Just about, yeah, it's pretty early.
Yeah, are you both morning people? I can't imagine you are, Brian, or is that being rude?
No, I'm definitely not a morning person. But for you, yeah.
Absolutely.
Are you, Kerry?
A bit by default, really, because I've got 2 babies. I've got two young ones that like to get up at like between 5 and 6, so yeah.
How does that fit in? Because you're touring, you're promoting this new brilliant album. How's that fit in?
It doesn't. It doesn't. I'm constantly juggling things, but, you know, it's good.
You must be the busiest working mum at the moment, because I'm just looking at the tour dates as well.
Pretty busy.
It's an amazing tour, because you're not just playing one night in venues, you're playing a few nights, aren't you, at most?
Yes, I'm doing a new show called Wonderland, which is an adaptation of Alice in Wonderland, and yeah, we're all over the country at the moment, but and of course promoting an album on top of that is just a bit mental.
It is. So, Brian, how did you come to meet Kerry? Because you've come together before, you've had an album out before, and you just seem to fit and gel, don't you, together?
Well, it's been a long time, yeah. I mean, it goes back about 13 years to when Kerry came in and auditioned for We Will Rock You, and she ended up creating the role of Meat in We Will Rock You.
Wow.
And we've worked together ever since, off and on whenever we get the time, which is the big problem, of course, because, you know, we're both drawn in different directions.
That's it. When I'm with my mates and I'm saying, you know, when can we meet, and we say 2 weeks on Tuesday, you two are like 2 years on Tuesday.
Yeah, it's hard. It's amazing that we actually managed to make this album, actually.
True.
The album's about to come out. Just tell us what the theme is for this one, because I'm looking at the track listings and it's so eclectic. You've got show tunes, you've got big songs from films, you've got cover versions, you've got new songs.
Absolutely. I think you've hit the nail on the head. I think that it is very eclectic, and it is something from each different style. And I think that's what Brian and I bring together, is that we like the variety, and we can play something acoustic and very simple where it's just the two of us, and then we can do something huge with an orchestra, which it kind of brings part of both of our careers together. And I think that's what's mad about this album. There doesn't seem to be a theme as such. It's just songs that we wanted to record.
I think you put on track 1, and then as track 2 and track 3 comes on, it makes you sit up because they're so different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is colourful. I think that, like Kerry says, that's what we bring. We come from opposite ends of the universe, almost, really. You know, Kerry from show tunes and stuff, and me from rock. And it's unusual to be able to blend these things, and we do enjoy it. We enjoy finding these sort of corners, and the new songs are something, you know, and we're very happy about the new stuff. But also when, you know, you're doing a new version of something which people knew in the old days, you know, and it's very, very new, because we have this kind of mixture of styles.
Kerry, do you now and again actually pinch yourself that I'm actually sat next to and playing Animate of Brian May?
No, she don't. She really does not.
Did she bring you down to earth, Brian?
Totally, yeah. She's the least impressive anyone I know, really.
Don't say that.
Come on, Kerry, make it more impressive, come on.
No, obviously, yeah, you know, obviously. I mean, like Brian said, we have known each other for a long time now, and also this album is kind of our third album, you know, so we've done a lot of work together, we've toured a lot together, so there's a lot of experience there, so of course I do, and those moments do happen a lot when we're playing live, obviously, and I see people go mental when he picks up his guitar. And for me, it's when we're in the studio and Brian will tell just a story that I haven't heard before, or we find something new that we haven't kind of recorded before. That's always exciting. And yeah, I do have those moments. I mean, he says I don't, but I do.
Brian, you've done 1,000,001 gigs over the years, obviously, over the past 40, 50 years. Do you ever get moments when you're on stage now and you're going, gosh, this is just like the old days, I've got that feeling again?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sometimes amazed that we still do it at all, you know, especially if you're talking about the Queen stuff, you know, I never ever would have thought we could still be doing that all these years later, but people love it, and you know, we will be going out in the States in June, July, August, whatever, so yes, it will be very much like the old days, and it is, you know, the people go nuts, which is great, and you look out there and you think, God, they're still going nuts, but they're different people, of course. Yes. You know, this is like 2 generations on,
of course,
and they still go nuts, so, you know, how lucky are we?
Is it great playing with people like Kerry and like Adam Lambert, who are, you know, obviously, with all due respect, younger than you, but they bring some young people with them as well?
Yeah, a lot younger than me. Yeah, it's great. I mean, it's been amazing for me working with Kerry, because I never worked with a female singer before, you know, all those years I worked, you know, writing stuff for Freddie and producing that kind of stuff, and it's very male oriented, you know, So there's a whole universe that I've discovered with Kerry, and I really enjoyed finding out what she can do, and I've loved that voice from the minute I heard it from her, so to find things that voice can do is a real great challenge and very rewarding when we find the right stuff.
We've just got out some archives here from Lancaster, where we broadcast from, and a great venue, Lancaster University, and I've just got the tour guide from Queen. From Saturday the 9th of November 1974, you played Lancaster University.
We did.
Do you remember it, Brian?
I do. There was a little mini riot, I seem to remember. I don't know what happened. Yeah, I remember it very well.
We're trying to get these venues back up again, because it was great playing the university. I mean, most of, when you and Wings were playing in the 70s, universities was the place to play, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I, just previous to that, had been on the entertainments committee of a university, of Imperial College London, and we booked acts, and we booked Jimi Hendrix.
Wow.
And, Spooky Tooth and Steam Hammer, all those people. I don't know if you remember, but, the university was the thing. I used to go and see Cream at the London colleges, The Who. It was an amazing time to see people close up and intimate.
We've actually just got, I don't know whether he's found it, there's a fan of Queen trying to get a photograph of Freddie wearing his jacket at Lancaster University. Apparently you all met in the bar before the gig, and Freddie says, "I like your jacket, I want to wear it on stage." And they swapped.
Yeah, wow.
After the gig, apparently Freddie did say, "Actually, no, I like mine better, I want it back."
That sounds like Freddie, yeah.
But they're still searching for that one photo that somebody's got out there, so anybody listening could do that. That would be great.
Give it back, bitch.
Give it back. Now listen, I know you're both animal lovers as well, aren't you? You're both passionate about animals.
Absolutely, yes.
We've actually got a couple of stories going on in our local area at the moment that I don't know whether you want to comment about. First of all, which you may have seen in the New South Lakes Animal Park, which may or may not be shut down at the moment. Do you think nowadays that it's still okay, and is it possible to have a well-run zoo that, is 100% animal welfare and conservation, or is there just not a place in the society anymore? Should they all be shut down?
Ooh, it's a hard one, isn't it? Yeah, there are different lines, I must say. I mean, I don't think dolphins should be in zoos. I don't think, all these creatures need wide-ranging territory. I think it's criminal to have orcas in captivity. I didn't used to. I didn't really. Everything's a journey, isn't it? I remember going to, Tenerife, to their place, and thinking, this is really nice, here's the orcas. But then you discover what they're really like, what their conditions are like, and it's a crime. It shouldn't be. Whether you can have certain animals, I don't know. There's a fine line, I guess. Some animals are happy in captivity. Even humans are quite happy, some of them, in captivity, I think.
I think I'm like you two. I prefer animals to humans, to be fair, yeah.
Yeah.
And are you still passionate about badgers? Because badgers is one of your loves, isn't it, Brian? And we've had reports this week that a badger's been found shot in our area in South Cumbria. Quite a lot of badgers in the area. So what's your latest on that? Yeah, so...
Well, we recently organised, this is a long story, but we organised a symposium of all the scientific opinion of the best people we could find in the whole world, at Imperial College, my college, and everybody got together and in a very non-confrontational way discussed the science, and it was a real step forward, I think, and I have great hopes that the time will come when people will realise that you really don't need to kill badgers in order to defeat bovine TB. We're all fighting TB, we're not fighting each other. So we had farmers at that conference, we had vets, we had scientists, we had the government, and everybody came out smiling, thinking, actually, we can solve this. So I believe it can be done. I think it's a real shame that it's gone down the route of killing so many badgers, because really, I think everyone would agree now that the badger part of it is a very small part, and we have to attack bovine TB in the herd, and we are helping to do that now.
Thank you very much, Brian, May and Kerry Ellis. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great day.
Thanks,
Thank you, you too.
Cheers.